Well, we've been out AFC Wimbledon Under-18s coach Simon Clark. Simon, the Leeds tie is finally upon us. How much has it been interesting to see how the squad have sort of adapted after the initial postponement of the game?
We was prepared as we always prepare. The lads were absolutely gutted when the weather beat us. But again, I'm very proactive in using it as this happens. So the pros have travelled to Newport, the game's been canned. So it's part and parcel of their life as a professional footballer. You prepare for something, you get yourself motivated, you get yourself emotionally and mentally ready, and then it's taken away through no fault of anybody. But then you go on to the next thing in your working week, and that was a league fixture. So the whole shift changes. But what do you do? And we say to the lads, we park it. It's going to happen, but we have to move on to the next game.
And in the league, of course, you're second at the moment in the table, but a couple of good wins recently as well. 4 goals on 2 occasions, and then Gillingham at the weekend, a defeat there. So how's the mindset going into this one? Yeah,
really pleased. So we Northampton MK went in with a game plan, changed things a little bit for those opposition. Real good uptake by the lads. Played Gillingham away on Saturday, and there always will be, no matter what I say, no matter what my staff say, come on lads, we focus on this, and we actually performed reasonably well, Rob. We was okay, made a couple of errors which we got punished for, but created chances, moved the ball reasonably well. So there's no team in the world that goes through a season, apart from Arsenal, the Invincibles year, that goes unbeaten. So it's what we learn from it, it's what we take from it, it's what we understand from it, and then what we put in place.
And in terms of Leeds United, how much have you been able to study them in the build-up to the game?
Lots and lots. Seen 23s games, seen 18s games. As we always do, have a really good knowledge of their strengths and weaknesses, their patterns, how they play, what they like to do, their individual sort of creativity, where we perceive there to be weaknesses. I mean, the game will be 11 versus 11. I think we're prepared. We've had loads of time. We do individual analysis, we do group analysis, we do unit, team, set play. So the lads know everything that there is. But again, they could drop a player in, they could put a younger one in that's flying at the moment. So there's always those little nuances that you have to change and adapt for, and we're ready for that as well. So
team news, are we in good shape? Good numbers to choose from?
Yes, we've got a couple of long-term injuries, but otherwise we are relatively full strength.
And those that can't be involved, how important is it then to keep them involved, keep them around the group?
Oh, it's huge, absolutely huge. We've got a couple of players coming back from ops. We've got a good mix of everything in the group, and we need that. And the players need that support, because we will be edgy, even though we've been through this and they've been through it previous years. We've been through it 3 times already. This is our fourth time at Plough Lane, at Cherry Red Stadium. You still get edgy, and we want them to be edgy, because that's how you get that game head and that game motivation on. But the group's massive. The group will be massive before the game, at half time, and at the end of the game, because we'll go on to something else post this game.
I was just going to say as well, of course, we've had those home ties in each round so far. It's been a different test for us each round, hasn't it, really?
Yeah, crazy really. It's we've played a non-league side, we've played 2 league sides, one from our league, one from not. We're going into a Premiership side with a really good academy, so we've had a really good balance. But it's great. We absolutely adore rocking up to the stadium. We take the same steps as the seniors, and the lads have done really well, in those previous games.
Seems to be a really good atmosphere around the camp as well. I mean, it gets competitive on the old table tennis table, and I've even seen them have the chessboard out as well.
Yes, well, we've got some academics in the side as well, even though I don't think it's kind of grandmasters stage. But no, they love table tennis. They're always on that. It's really good again for them to spend time at their football club. You must have, when you're looking to build cultures and environments, you have to spend time in the building. And you know, we don't want them just sat down writing letters. We want them interacting. We want them competing. And table tennis is great, great for them.
Absolutely. We don't want to look too far ahead because Leeds is a big challenge, but if we get through that, it's Oxford United and a chance to perhaps avenge a defeat on penalties in the Cup earlier this season.
Yes, we were, for an hour, we were excellent against Oxford, created numerous chances, negated their strengths. I saw them play in the Youth Cup prior to them playing us. Obviously we conceded a poor goal in that game and then we lost on penalties, but we've got nothing to fear, you know, should we go through. But we are firmly concentrating on Leeds and getting through the next 90 minutes.
It's going to be great, and it's going to be another good night under the lights at Plough Lane. Supporters interested, but there is going to be a bit of a transport issue with the trains tomorrow. But
yeah.
How important is it for you for their development to play under lights, under a crowd as well, against such opposition?
It's absolutely massive. It's a constant thing I tell them. You will always, in this career, you will always play under pressure. You're under pressure from your teammates, you're under pressure from yourself, you're under pressure from crowds, you're under pressure from your gaffers, you're under pressure from your family to do well. We all want to do well. It's wonderful. I've got to say the support that we've had in the previous 3 rounds has been outstanding, and the lads, myself, my staff, we absolutely adore it, and long may it continue.
Absolutely. Simon, brilliant. Thanks very much indeed for your time.
Tom, thanks, Rob.